let it all hang out. Well, when you let it all hang out, you are being completely open and honest. You do not keep your opinions hidden, even if they may cause you trouble. Sometimes a person may suffer from a hang-up. Well, a hang-up is an emotional difficulty that causes a problem for a person. You may know someone, for example, whose hang-up is shyness. They have a problem talking with people they do not know well. A hangover can be a very painful condition. A hangover is the headache, upset stomach, and other disorders that result from drinking too much alcohol. Another common expression is to get the hang of something. It means to understand how a device works or how to do a job. An office worker might say that she cannot get the hang of using a computer. But after a few days, she may tell you that she finally got the hang of it. One of the early heroes of the American Republic, Benjamin Franklin, gave a warning to the other signers of the Declaration of Independence. The warning contained two different meanings of the word hang. We must all hang together, Franklin said, or surely we shall all hang separately. The other signers took advice. They hung together, remained united. As a result, the American colonies won their independence, and none of the signers of the Declaration was hanged as a revolutionary by the King of England.
Okay, so yeah, eventually we will continue with more idioms with different verbs. So, well, these ones are quite common, especially, the hangover. But okay, anyway, so what about hang tight? Which is the best option for hang tight?
Hanging around?
Hanging around? Not exactly.
Wait a little longer.
Yeah, it's to wait a little longer. Yes, that's the best way to say it. Yes, to wait a little longer. Then we have another one, which is let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. Just to take it easy. And then actually the one that you just said is for hang up. Sorry, for hang out. Hang out and hanging around, these two are quite similar, no? It's like just when you don't have anything to do and you just go out with your friends, you can say both, no? We are hanging around, or I'm just hanging out. In the case of hang up, hang up, exactly, no? Yeah, an emotional difficulty. In this case, the speaker mentioned something about the shyness, no? The fact of having difficulties to communicate in front of many people. Yes, that's when you can say this person suffers from a hang up. Yes. Then, hangover, everyone knows this one. Everyone has experienced this one, I guess. So yeah, results a disorder, no, as a result of drinking too much alcohol. Yes, or even not being able to sleep. Well, maybe that's a different hangover, no? It will be more like into a headache or something like that. Then hang loose. Hang loose, hang loose. Yeah, to take it easy. Well, yeah, actually, yes, to take it easy. Then to get the hang of something. Yes, perfect. To understand how a device works or how to do a job. And finally, hang together. Yes, remain united. Remain united. Yes, that's the thing. All right. So about the idioms, wait a second. Let me just open the next one. You already have this. You already have this information. So let me just show it through the book over here. Yeah, I have plenty of books about TKTs and all that. So now what I'm doing. Okay, so no, reading now. Perfect. Then over here. Yeah. Okay, so about the idioms, there are, this is gonna be like a mix of skills. Everyone has, I guess that by now, everyone has practiced some listening skills with previous classes with different teachers and so on. No, so everyone has heard of this one, the classic, the first one, the first skill. No, pay attention to the second line. For some reason, the the information that we just have to pay extra attention to is not in what the first speaker says, but in what the second speaker says. Yes. Now that we just focus on the second line, there is also another skill that is just focusing on some keywords. Yes. Eventually, when we are focusing on the second line, we might listen to idiomatic expressions, and that's the issue. The idea is never going literal. Yes, so in this case, we have this situation over here. The man says, "Look what you've done." Then the woman says, "Wait a minute, Jane had a hand in this mess too." So what does the woman say about Jane? So in the end, the intended meaning is completely different, right? It's obviously different from that expression. So another skill is always avoiding the options that repeat the same vocabulary. So in this case, we have mess, and the option A gives us messy. So this one is definitely not a good option. Then again, we just listen to hand. So the option C gives us hand in, actually repeating the same. So options A and C are just repeated vocabulary. And uploaded, this is an action that involves the movement of hands. So yeah, option D is like is taken as as a literal meaning. So yes, those are the things that we just need to avoid. In the end, the intended meaning is that this person, Jane, or whoever the person is, was also involved. Yes, she was also responsible for what happened. Yes, so that's the intended meaning, and there is no other way than just pay extra attention to the second line. Yes, every time you listen to idioms, there will always be one or two options giving us literal meanings, and those are the ones that we must avoid. Yes. So with this in mind, I mean, you already have this information. So let's see. The book is giving us the first one to hit the nail on the head. I guess that everyone is familiar with this one. We also have this the same expression in Spanish, no? It's like darle al clavo. Yes. So we know that the intended meaning of this expression is to be right about something. And obviously, the first option is the one that gives us the literal meaning. Yes. So please take a look at the next expressions, the following set of idiomatic expressions. And just there, as you can see, there is one option that gives us the literal meaning, and then there is one that gives us the intended meaning. So take your time, a couple of minutes, and then choose the right option from 2 to 11, please. I'll be here in case you need me.
Listening checkpoint 1. Exercise 1. Listening checkpoint 2. Exercise 2C. Number.
You're done? Well, so let's start checking this up. So we have to look on the bright side. So which is the option that gives us the intended meaning? A or B?
B.
Yeah, there you go. So whatever it happens, just see it on the other side, no? Which is another option, which is different, no? From the options that in number 3 are giving us. On the other side, we can see it in different contexts. So just moving into number 3, which is what would be the intended meaning?
A.
Yes. In addition to a main thing, on the whole,
B.
yep. In most ways, it kind of works.
B.
Just the same. When you're involved in an awful issue, complex problem. Number 6, to get off the ground.
A.
A.
Yeah, exactly. To have or to make a successful beginning. A ball of fire.
A.
A.
Yes, option A. A really energetic person. To be short.
A.
A.
Just the same. We need to check the context. We can be to be short of money. We can be to be short of time. Probably we are quite busy. So checking the context is just the only way to be tied up.
A.
To be quite busy, not having enough time. Yes, perfect. To blow the whistle. Oh, oops.
B.
Yeah, option A was clearly obvious that it was the literal one, and then yes, it's just like to let the cat out of the bag, no? Like revealing information. Yes, and finally, well, this one, everyone is familiar with this one. It's just getting someone upset. Yes, to tease someone. Yes. So with this in mind, please take a look at the context now. Now these expressions are used in different contexts. And now you have just to identify those contexts in which these expressions are used as an idiomatic expression or literal. So if you're already working on this, please write down an I if the expression is working as an idiomatic expression, or a or an L if it is literal in that meaning. So checking the context in number 1, the president was completely right. The president hit the nail on the head with his analysis of our budget problems. So number 1 is idiomatic. So please take a look at from 2 to 11 and just decide if the expression is being literal or if it is actually an idiomatic expression. Right, and so what about number 2? The expression to look on the bright side is being idiomatic or literal?
Idiomatic.
Yes, idiomatic. Number 3.
Literal.
Literal.
Yeah, exactly. It's literal. Number 4.
Idiomatic.
Idiomatic. Perfect. Number 5.
Literal.
Exactly, it's literal. Number 6.
Literal.
Yes, it's literal. Number 7.
Idiomatic.
Idiomatic. Yes. Number 8.
Según yo sería idiomatic, pero no estoy seguro.
Well, take a look. Let's see. When you blow the whistle, it's because you are revealing a secret. Okay? But if you're actually using a whistle, then it's being literal, no? So the policeman is actually using the whistle to stop the cars. So he's not revealing any secret. So it's literal. Okay? Number 9.
It's literal.
Literal. Well, in this context, it also, well, let's just go back. The expression to be short means not to have enough. So, yes, no, I mean, she doesn't have enough sugar, and that's why she's unable to bake the cake. So, no, in this case, it's an idiomatic expression. It will be literal if you say Grace is shorter, or is a short person, or something like that. Well, in that case, it's literal. Okay. Then number 10. Yeah, exactly. And finally, idiomatic, right? He was just teasing. He was getting this guy upset. Yes. So then we're gonna be listening to these dialogues, and it will be the same. If it is possible, take a look at the options, A, B, C's, and D's, just before the recording starts, and so you can pretty much predict, no, what the topic will be, and also always look for the options that repeat the same vocabulary, so that you can avoid choosing them, and always pay extra attention to the options that are giving us the literal meaning. Also, we have to avoid those. Yes. So just remember the intended meaning doesn't necessarily need to have the same vocabulary. It's going to be different. Yes. So we already have the answer, but in the end, we have to listen to number 1, though. So let's see.
What's bothering you?
Oh, then. What?
Number 1.
What's bothering you?
Oh, nothing important, I guess. It's just that I've been trying to get a hold of Janet for weeks, and I can't seem to reach her. What does the woman mean?
So you see the idiomatic expression was to holding on to Janet, and we have the same vocabulary in the first option, and then again we have holding in the option B. So just like that, every time you see that something repeats, do not pay attention to those, and then hold on in this context is, contact this person, reaching that person, getting in touch with that person. So it has to be the option C. Yeah, definitely. Then
Number 2.
Would you like to go for a drive?
I'd better not. I'm expecting John to stop by this afternoon. What does the woman say about John?
He's expecting someone to stop by. So,
B.
B.
visiting, yes. Option D has the same sound. Option A also has the same sound. So yeah,
Number 3. Who was that on the phone? The Olsons?
Yeah, they're afraid they can't make it to the dinner tonight.
What does the man say about the Olsons?
they can't make it to the dinner tonight. So, well, first of all, there is always this expression, like, I'm afraid. So I'm afraid is more into, it's just, I mean, we can take it literally, nothing happens. But the person is like doubting, no? We use this expression when we doubt if something is going to happen or not. So we have the same sound, well, the same idea in option B and D. They are afraid, they fear, no? Those are literal. So, and the option A is also being literal. They cannot make it, no? They can't make it. So, yeah, the only one is the option C. They might not be able to go to the dinner. Probably they are busy or something. Then,
Number 4.
Did you and your family enjoy your vacation?
Our plans to go skiing fell through when it began to rain. What does the woman say about herself and her family?
any ideas for this one? Their plans for going skiing fell through when it started to rain.
Number 8.
Yes, they were unable to do it because they're raining. Yes, fell through is more like canceling, no? Calling something off.
Number 5. Did you see anything you liked?
Well, that diamond necklace really caught my eye.
What does the man mean?
Letter D.
Yes, the diamond attracted this person's attention, and it's obvious that the option B is being literal, no? Scratch his eye.
Number 6.
That's crazy.
Are you enjoying your new bike?
To
Profe,
be honest with you,
I'm sorry. Yes? You were saying?
sí, hay alguien en la sala de espera.
Really? Oops.
Okay.
Thanks.
Me acaban de avisar.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. Ah, that's why. Is it? You know, when I'm playing record, every time I'm doing listening activities, I'm unable to listen to this. I don't know, like beep sound. No, every time someone is trying to join the session. So thanks so much for letting me know. And I'm sorry, guys, but like I said, we are doing a listening activity, and it's like troublesome, no, to listen to both. So yeah, let's just continue.
care for it that much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To be honest with you, I don't really care for it that
Alright, there.
No se podría ver como la imagen, de hecho.
Are you in?
I'm sorry?
Bueno, yo no puedo ver la imagen del escrito.
Really? Ah, let me just try it again. Wait. Let's stop sharing, I guess. And then I'm gonna try again. So, yep. So start broadcasting once again. So please let me know if you can see it now. Are you able to see the screen now? Can you see it?
No nos veo, pero la pantalla de su tablet.
But I mean, what's the thing that you're unable to see? The thing
be
that I'm
honest
just
with you.
showing you right now?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah. So you are unable to see the book that I'm showing right now?
Yes. No, el book no.
Oh, damn. So let's see. I'm gonna try again. Shutting down this and then trying to do it just again. Okay, so once again. All right, so can you see it now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Listo
Thanks so much. Okay, thank you for letting me know. All right, so now let's do number 6 once again.
You see anything you liked?
Well, that diamond necklace really caught my eye.
Yeah, okay, we
Pero
can
eso
do
fue
that.
el de las 5, ¿no?
Yes, yeah. Now, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I repeated, but I guess I pressed
Number
the button
6.
way too much.
Are you enjoying your new bike?
To be honest with you, I don't really care for it that much. What does the woman mean?
Letter A.
I mean, she doesn't care. You know, that's the literal meaning. When you don't care for something, is because in this context, it's like the person didn't like whatever the thing was.
Letter C.
Yeah, it's that one. Perfect. Then be careful with that. Avoid the literal options. Then
Number 7. What would you like me to do with this information?
Please keep it to yourself.
What does the man want the woman to do?
Letter B.
forget. No, when you
Yo no
say
estoy seguro, teacher. ¿La podría repetir, de favor?
yeah, sure. It says keep it to yourself.
Oh.
Sorry. The problem is stupid button is frozen. Okay, I'll try to do it. Okay, that's why. That was the issue. Okay.
Number 7. What would you like me to do with this information?
Please keep it to yourself.
What does the man want the woman to do?
You see, the woman says, "What do you want me to do with this information?" And then the man says, "Keep it to yourself."
Que la guardo para ella misma.
So it's do not reveal the information, do not tell anyone, not give anyone else this information. You see, keep it to yourself. So it's option C. Yes, is that one. Then the next one, number 8.
Number 8. Charles and Betty are on their way over.
We really should straighten up the house before they get here.
What does the man mean?
Strain up. So straight up. So we have the same vocabulary repeated in option C. So obviously it's not that one. We also have straighten in option B. So B and C, they have the same vocabulary. We have to avoid these two. So in the end, straight up means to put something in order. Another way to say clean, or if you want, you can also use arrange. Yes. So is the house needs to be put in order. So the option A. All right. So that's what straight up means.
Number 9.
How are you and Bob getting along?
Oh, we never see eye to eye. What does the woman mean?
So they never see eye to eye. So
Letter D. No me acuerdo. Sí.
C. That one is literal.
No, D. O sea, D.
D. You said they haven't been together. No, okay. Let me just repeat it. Wait a second. Alright.
How are you and Bob getting along?
Oh, we never see eye to eye. What does the woman mean?
The man said, "How are you and Bob getting along? Getting along. ¿Cómo se llevan?" And then the woman says, "Well, we never see eye to eye."
B.
Exactly. Get along, llevarse. So and then she says, well, you know, the eye to eye thing in this context is that they do not agree with one another. Yes, look at each other and sees, look and see. You know, these two verbs are quite are more into the literal meaning. So A and C are being literal. Then might be the option D, but in this context it doesn't suit that because the man said, how does these guys or these people involved get along? So it's more into that they are always having problems, you know, in agreeing. Yes. So yeah, option B. Then 2 more to go.
Number 10.
What happened to you last night after the accident?
Roger picked me up at my house to take me to the hospital. What did Roger do for the woman?
Pick her up. So A, B, C, or D?
D.
He chose her? Not exactly. Wait. Someone now I was able to listen to one of your classmates wanting to join the session. So, well, the guy picked her up, you know, from her house to the hospital. So, one thing, you know, might be the option A and option B. But we didn't listen to the woman saying, oh no, I broke my leg or I'm unable to walk. Because if the person is unable to walk, then might be the option B. The person, this guy carried her. But she didn't say that. She just said, he will pick me up. No? So it means that the person will came for her. So it's the option A. Yes. And then finally,
Number 11. What's Marcia been doing lately?
She's learning the ropes at her new job.
What does the man mean?
so the expression is learning the ropes. Any ideas for that one? Learning the ropes. The man said she's learning the ropes for her new job. Learning the ropes in this context means she's learning what to do at her new job. Yes, that's the idea, no? When you start working, you need to know the things that you have to do in whatever the position is. So that's what it means, no? Learning the ropes. Yes, so option B. So, well, eventually we will continue working with more idiomatic expressions. And just remember always, if it is possible, if you have the chance to do it, please read the options as fast as you can. Try to come up with what the context is going to be about. Pay extra attention to the second line. Avoid the options that have the same vocabulary, that have repeated words, the same sounds, and avoid the options that have the literal meaning. Always pay attention to the context just to notice the intended meaning of whatever the idiomatic expression is. All right, so that's the key for this. Then let's just stop playing with idiomatic expressions. Then, all right, so let's start checking this. Now that we identify the sentences that are connected with adverbs, the adverb connectors, sorry, for contrast, time, reason, manner, condition, place, time. Yes, when we identify any of these connectors, then the first thing that we need to pay extra attention to is if the subject in the first sentence is the same in the second. Yes. Take a look at the first one. The first sentence says, because she has a test next week, she is studying very hard. We can see there is the same person in the two sentences. So if that happens, then yes, we can reduce the sentence. As you can see, the reducing is just obviously it's just going to happen in the sentence that has the connector. If you want to see it in a different way, or to identify this, just remember the sentence that has the connector is the subordinate clause, and the sentence that doesn't have the connector is the the independent clause. She is studying very hard is independent because she has a test next week. This one is dependent or the subordinate. And the modification, if you want, only happens in the sentence that has the connector. Now, eventually we'll see this, but every time you see the connectors of cause, such as the connector because, then we always omit the connector, because in this case, we omit the subject, she, and then something that we just checked in the case of the adjectives, remember, when the subject does the action, when the sentence is active, the subject is performing the action, then we use an ing. So we have to move has into having. So instead of because she has, we only say having a test. Because she has a test, having a test next week. And then we just simply copy and paste the rest of the information. Yes? That's it. Now, this is what happens. This is something that you have to avoid. If you see, in this case, we have two different subjects. We have the subject she, and then we have the subject her mother. So, if we do the reduction, if we say no, we don't. I don't care. I'm gonna try reducing this sentence anyway. Then, if we do that, then take a look at what happens. I mean, yes, it's grammatically correct, but the intended meaning is going to change. You see, in the first sentence, we are talking about, it's the daughter, and the second sentence is about the mother. If we do the reduction, then all the information is about the mother now. It's not about the daughter. So having a test next week, you see, the mother is the one presenting the test, not the daughter. So every time you check that the sentence has two different subjects, then it cannot be reduced. You just have to leave it just the way it is. Yes? Any questions so far?
No, teacher.
No? All right, now let's start analyzing the exceptions, because there are exceptions all the time. What happens with different connectors? And that's the thing, no? We'll see that this happens with the connectors of time, casualty, opposition, condition, manner, and place. So let's start checking. What happens when we see the connectors of time? Like I said, always pay extra attention with the connector since. Since can be used as a connector of time or as a connector of cause. Just remember that the meaning of since as a connector of time is desde, and the meaning of since as a connector of cause is going to be like dado que or ya que, which is completely different. Okay, so every time you see the connectors of time, you have to keep this connector. You do not omit the
Teacher, creo que ya no se puede ver la pantalla. Estaba presentando.
So I guess that when I accept a student in the class, then for some reason it also affects whatever is the thing that I'm showing. So, okay, I'm going to stop broadcasting. Then I didn't get a message. Usually I am supposed to get a block. I didn't get a message, so stop sharing. All right, then share screen once again. Okay, and now I guess that is going to work. So let's see. So is it working now? Can you see it?
Yo no.
Really? What about now?
Nada más como las pantallas de mis compañeros, o sea, los nombres.
Oh, thanks. So let me try again. Damn. Okay. Okay, can you see it now?
No, teacher.
Really? But I tried
Dificultades
twice.
técnicas.
Yeah, I hate this. This also happened to me on Thursday and on last Tuesday and Thursday.
Bueno, salimos y nos volvemos a conectar.
Yeah, well, let me see. If I try again and that doesn't work, then yes, I will dismiss the class and then I will send you the invitation once again. So let's see. Then stop sharing. Then share the screen once again. Okay. I just press that button. It is supposed to be working now. So how about now? Yes? Not even close?
No, teacher.
O no sé si tarda en cargar.
Yeah, probably. And you know, besides, someone else was joining the session, so I guess that is going to affect the whole thing. But no, really? Okay, so I'm going to do what you said. Probably it's going to work like that. So I'm going to dismiss the class, and then I'll send you the invitation just in a moment. So see you like in a few seconds.
Okay, teacher.